Girls getting sliced in half, getting shot at, marrying a man pig, and ending up inside a computer game. Tag is one of those movies that leave people thinking, what on earth did I just watch? Hi, everyone, and welcome back. In this episode, I will break down the meaning of the movie, Tag, also known as Ryaru Onigoko. This video will also have a portion where I answer some of the most burning questions about the movie. Before everything, let us have a brief recap. Mitsuko is a girl on her way to an exclusive school when the wind slices her bus and her classmates in half. She runs and finds herself in an unfamiliar school. She does not know anybody, but this girl, Aki, says they are girlfriends. In the classroom, the teachers suddenly shoot everybody. The girls run for their lives and one of them tells Mitsuko that she can save all of them. Mitsuko ends up in a police station where she discovers that her face has changed. The police officer says that her name is Keiko and that she will get married today. Mitsuko, aka Keiko, goes along with the police to a church where she changes into a wedding dress. Keiko is shocked to see that her groom is a pig. She stabs it and runs. Once again, her face and identity have changed. Now the girls are calling her Izumi, and she is a champion runner. They urge her to run, which she does, and someone motions her to get inside a cave. She finds zombies, and this other girl tells her that she must die. For as long as she is alive, all the girls will die, so she has to be killed. Aki comes to her rescue and reveals that she, Mitsuko, must kill Aki to open a portal to another world. Mitsuko does this, and she walks into the light. She finds herself in a different world that is full of men. Some guys are staring at a marketing poster of her 3 identities with the word tag in it. One guy approaches her, and she loses consciousness. She comes to and finds herself in a cave with many mannequins of girls in the school, the wedding, and the marathon. Eventually, she sees an old man playing a computer game where she is the character. The old man explains that Mitsuko died 150 years ago in 2034. This man took the DNA of the girls, including Mitsuko's, and created clones of them. In addition, this man put all the girls' DNA inside a computer game. He also made a clone of himself, which is this young guy here. He says that Mitsuko must go to bed with this younger clone, as it was his wish many years ago that was never fulfilled when Mitsuko died. Mitsuko takes her life, all 3 versions of herself, and she wakes up in a snowy place, free from the game's control. All right. First of all, many people say that the story does not make sense. So what is the movie about? Well, think of it as The Matrix, where human beings are connected to a machine, and their consciousness is living in a simulated world. These humans inside the Matrix are not aware that they are not real, and that the world they are living in is just a computer program. In Tag, the concept is similar, but all these girls are dead. They died 150 years ago, and they just think they are alive. This man harvested their DNA and then placed them in a simulated world inside a computer game. Mitsuko, Keiko, and Izumi are playable characters, and the rest are NPCs. Next question. In real life, can you put human DNA into a computer game? If you are not a member yet, join our community of horror enthusiasts now and enjoy exclusive emojis, exclusive member badges, early access to new releases, members-only content, free stuff, store discounts, and more. Click join now and be one of us. No, you cannot put biological material in a computer. What you can do, however, is to encode a human DNA sequence into a game's computer code or program. What's going to happen is that the players will interact with this genetic data, but in a computer game simulation, not in a biological sense. Are these girls aware of what is going on? In the Matrix movie, human beings find a way to get out of the Matrix and recruit others to start a revolution. Similarly, in Tag, Aki became aware that they were just simulations, and she found a way to get out of this computer game. However, it is only Mitsuko who must go to the portal. In my opinion, this awareness is not an awakening, but rather a part of the game programming, the same way NPCs in games reveal what you, the player, must do. Throughout the movie, Aki behaves like she knows something. She is always relaxed and confident. There are also 2 scenes where the NPCs are seemingly giving Mitsuko a clue. Here is the first one. Now here is the second one. As you can see, these girls told her something she would not have found out on her own. My take is that this revelation is part of the computer game all along, which makes it possible for Mitsuko to escape and come back to the real world. In addition, there is this scene where this young man clone says, "I never thought you'd come this far." This statement confirms that this programmer deliberately put a way for Mitsuko to escape the game and go to the real world. And yes, he made a way out so that he could smash with Mitsuko. Another common question is this: how come the characters are all women? When the film was released in 2015, critics noted that it had both misogynistic and feminist undertones. As you can see, the computer game is made by a man, for the pleasure of men. All the characters in the game are girls and women, which represents how some men treat women as playthings or objects. There is a scene in the movie that affirms this. Tag has a socio-political aspect to it. It represents survival from trauma, abuse against women, exploitation, and objectification. Some people view the film as a representation of how it is to be a lesbian in Japan, or that being forced to conform to Japan's patriarchal norms is a horror in itself. From my perspective, one cannot and should not deny the movie's violence, and this violence is against girls. The movie also shows the over-sexualization of young girls, which reminds me of how it is normalized in animes and mangas. Japan has a male-dominated culture, and there are expectations on how women should behave. In Japan, there is an archetype ideology of how a woman should be, which is to exude conservative and traditional femininity. Now, why is the movie called Tag? The Japanese title of this movie is Ryaru Onigoko. The word Ryaru is a transliteration of the word Real. The word Onigoko means tag. It refers to a game of tag where children chase each other in an attempt to tag them. They take turns being the chaser and the one being chased. This game, tag, has been around in Japan for over 1,300 years. It is popular among children and adults. Are there movies that have a similar concept? Yes, the Black Mirror episode USS Callister has the same premise. In it, a reclusive computer programmer takes his colleagues' DNA and puts them in a game. These people characters are sentient. They are clones of their original selves in the real world. However, unlike Tag, the cloned humans in USS Callister are fully aware of what is going on, but are powerless because, after all, the programmer can turn them into anything they want them to be. Why did the man clone the girls? This man is an intellectually superior gamer who is sexually frustrated. It is why he took the girls' DNA and used them for the gratification of men. He cannot relate to women, so he vented his frustration by using them as a commodity, profiting from them through a computer game. Think of this man and these gamers as the equivalent of incels or involuntary celibates who blame the women for their miseries instead of taking action to become desirable. In short, this man, despite his intelligence, represents a male loser. He desires women but has no respect for them. Because of this, he created a game where all the characters are women. The game is a reflection of this man's values. He views women as interchangeable. As you can see in this game, the player can choose who he wants to play with. Worst, he even made it possible for Mitsuko to materialize from the computer game to the real world. And for what purpose? The only purpose of this escape is to have Mitsuko do the horizontal mambo jambo with the old man's younger clone, which of course does not happen, because Mitsuko realizes that she does not have to do what men tell her to do. So far, these are the most commonly asked questions about the film. If I missed anything, do let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, then I recommend you watch what's on your screen right now. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and see you next week.